And now on Radio 4, it's Martin Reece's turn to bring his own book in Book From Home in this week's edition of Book It Bedtime.
Hello. It was dark. Very dark. So dark that the word dark couldn't quite convey the sense of darkness that was currently taking place in the mind of Geoffrey Taylor, head of sales at the Things for Your Feet shoe shop located on the corner of Wainwright Street and Herald Street in the heart of Croydon's bustling town centre. With that darkness came a wave of depression like he had never felt. The weight of it brought him to his knees. Cold and dark depression embraced him, and it was turning black, blacker than black could ever be. And the blackness that surrounded him at this time was death itself. Death had took hold of Geoffrey, and this was to be his last moments of consciousness. But it was taking a while for the last morsels of life to wane from his...
Sorry, Mr. Reece.
You can call me Martin.
Oh, Martin.
Is everything okay? I can read it a little bit faster if you'd like.
No, it's just that this is Book It Bedtime.
Right.
Yes. What's your book called again?
It's called Living Through Death. The whole book is about the last few seconds of a man's life as he dies. It's very good.
You see, this book really isn't the sort of thing our listeners are going to want to hear before bed. At least I don't think so.
Are you sure? I've read it before. I found it a compelling read.
Well, you see, it's the demographic. Older people like to listen. Older people who might, say, for example, not want to come to terms with the intricate details of death just before bed. I mean, do you have anything else? Something a bit lighter? I mean, not necessarily funny, but just happy, you know. A nice book.
Well, no. Well, I didn't think I needed to bring an alternative book.
Well, we can't read that. Hold on a minute. I'll see if I can find something. Usually my assistant has something... Oh, well, I suppose this might do.
Mr. Tickle.
Yes, well, my assistant, Laura, you see, it's her daughter's. She must have left it here, but it's the only thing we've got aside from this operating manual for the mixing console. It's okay, it's the 2017 edition of Mr. Tickle. Yeah, it's written by Roger Hargreaves' son.
Really? Andrew Hargreaves?
Yeah.
Well, I never.
Yes. Do you know him?
Yes, very well. He hated his father. They never got along. They'd argue whenever they met, and, well, it just wasn't very nice. I guess they sorted things out, though. That's good. There's no point spending your life hating everything about someone. It's too much effort. Besides, it can lead to a dark, depressing place, which, when...
We're almost ready, Martin.
OK, right.
Ready when you are, Martin. You're doing great.
Mr. Tickle stood in the dock. He'd been tickling people from afar for the last 30 years, and now it was time to face up to the charge of sexual harassment, a historical complaint made by 647 people who'd claimed that they were either groped or tickled against their will. And things weren't going well for Mr. Tickle, as he couldn't resist tickling everyone in the court, which really annoyed the judge and the barristers.
Actually, sorry, Martin. Can you read the operating manual for the mixing console instead?